I've discovered over the years, after training some 400 or so law firms in 70 or more countries, what I've discovered is that very few lawyers know how to do a strong personal introduction. This, in America, this would be called an elevator speech or an elevator pitch. And what this means is that you should be able to introduce yourself within just a few sentences to make a strong personal introduction and to increase the chance of engaging them further, both in conversation and even in getting mandates from them. It's called an elevator speech because the idea is you can imagine that you're getting into an elevator and in steps a big boss or a big prospect. You have that time from the ground floor all the way up to some high floor to make your introduction, to do your elevator speech. Naturally, the European lawyers generally don't have elevator speeches. And so if you ask a European lawyer, so tell me, what do you do? They will give you a plain vanilla generic response, such as saying, oh, I'm a senior associate specialized in mergers and acquisitions from ABC Lawyers. No, that's not very good. You need an elevator speech. An elevator speech has got 5 different elements to it. The first ones are the easiest. It's your name, your position, and your company. That's not so difficult. The next 2 are more difficult. It's your personal UVP and a hook to then engage them further in speaking with you. Your personal UVP, it could be a niche area of expertise. It could be a synergy of skills. It could be a specific legal product or solution that you think is very interesting and has a high chance of hooking their interest to work with you. And the hook is basically anything that you can say to hook them to then speak with you further. Your hook, it might be a question, quite simply. It could be a statement, a provocation, a statistic. So there are different types of hooks. Let me give you an example. My name is Thomas. I'm a tax lawyer from ABC Lawyers, the biggest tax and legal consultancy in all of Scotland. And what I do is I help clients get VAT refunds they didn't realize they were originally able to get. And tell me, how many VAT payments are you doing per month? Something like that. The idea is your name, your position, your company. That's not so difficult. Although to be able to describe your company with 1 sentence to make it compelling is not so easy. And then, of course, the personal UVP. In this case, it's playing with curiosity. We are wanting the listener to think, wow, could they also get me VAT refunds? What could they do to me? What could they do for me? And that's a little provocation there. And then we have a hook as a question. So again, this isn't something that you can improvise. You need to be prepared in order to make a good elevator speech. And again, most of the European lawyers, they don't have any. Sometimes I'm asked, shouldn't we tailor our elevator speech for the audience? Well, maybe you could. If you have an elevator speech for common business people, that would be great. If you have an elevator speech for legal specialists, that would be great too, and probably a little bit different than the first one. But in reality, it's very unlikely that you're going to know in advance the industry and the background of whom you're speaking to. So you won't be able to tailor your elevator speech. You need to have at least the first one, which has that wow factor, which answers the question, why should I work with you? What can you offer me? You need to be able to answer that in the elevator speech. And again, you can whisper to me, but can you actually even answer that now? Well, okay. So if not, then that's a little task for you. Create an elevator speech, and this will be extremely useful for you in networking events, when you're taking part in pitches, in meeting new clients. It'll make a nice, strong introduction, and everything afterwards will prove to go so much more easier. Thank you very much.